What's going on, Pisces? Welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having an extravagant week so far. Why extravagant? I don't know. You're just living it up, Pisces. And for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just amazing, Pisces. And it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We're in for an amazing journey. Because it's General Energy Weekly Spread. I'm feeling this energy, Pisces. I'm not sure what you're bringing, but I'm excited to see. And with this weekly spread, whenever you happen to come across this video, there may be some messages in here for you. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Pisces. Now I'm going to pull a few oracle cards from this deck here, and then we will get some details with the tarot. But before we jump into this thing, these readings that I do, they're not gender specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? And in case if y'all were curious, the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below some links for some other readers that like watching Pisces, so definitely check them out. Very intuitive group. I think you'd enjoy them. But let's go ahead and get into your first card here. Oh, little trickiness here there, Pisces. Might be, and that's interesting for you. This one in particular. Because you got the 8th card of Aquarius, which is the fish hook card. Some got you caught up, Pisces. And with this card, this is a card of powerless, feeling helpless, paralyzed, vulnerable, trapped, temptation, bait, con game, great catch, luck, prosperity, resourcefulness, abundance, and multiplication principle. And the energy that's coming through there, Pisces, is a temptation. That's interesting energy that's popping through there, because I'm picturing how, that those fishermen, they got that bait on the lure, and it's just like, have we been what have we been tempted by, Pisces? Is this been, maybe it's by considering this Aquarius energy, maybe we've been tempted by people, or maybe there is some sort of vice that we're struggling with, maybe there's something with drinking, maybe there's something with drugs, maybe it's alcohol. Wait, did I say that already? So we're just you've been drinking a lot, but drinking like a fish there, Pisces. No judgment here, Pisces. But I do feel like whatever it is that's tempting you, maybe this could be a number of things. Maybe it could be food, it could be gambling, it could be sleep, even. Like it's just like, and I know that may sound kind of weird, but just I feel like it's anything that, like, I feel like if we're being tempted by something, there's, this obviously this devil energy that's coming in there, and it's like we're giving all this power to something that it feels like that we have no control over. Like this, just like that when that thing comes around, it's just like it's all, we just instantly go to just kind of like animal brain and just like impulsively jump at something. And I feel like that's something you really want to be careful with, Pisces. All of us, everyone in the zodiac. But I feel like your sign, any sort of like Pisces placements in 12th house stuff, and even just water energy, it's just more susceptible to that type of stuff. But really just some Pisces and 12th house placements, because being that one of your rulers is Neptune, some people say, they'll say that just Jupiter, others will say just Neptune. I think you're cool enough to have 2 rulers there, Pisces. That's how special you are. And because you have such special gifts, you need to safeguard those more. And if there's something that you've noticed that you've just kind of, maybe not necessarily sleep, I don't know why I said sleep, but maybe it's something that we're doing to just in order to keep us asleep there, Pisces, in order for not to face something. There's like a deeper root than just like, oh, I just have no control over that. Usually there's more of an underlying reason that's maybe needing to, well, and look at that, we're running away from it, Pisces. But other than that, we got back on the hook. But it just, there's something there that I feel like it's needing more of a deep dive. Kind of journey into these waters and find out the real kind of root to what is keeping you from getting off this hook, in a sense. Because it's like, I feel like the longer that we stay on this thing, I mean, this fish is just gasping for air, and that's why I feel like that when we stay in those energies like that, that temptation is like our spirit, our soul is gasping for air in a sense, that like needing that, like no Pisces, like let's get out of this. Like, let me get some tarot on this Pisces and get some details. Hmm. Thank you. Alright, Pisces, let's see what's going on here. Alright, so you have the Eight of Coins and the Three of Coins in reverse, and then you have the Nine of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and then the Ten of Cups upright. And I feel like with the Eight of Coins popping up here, Pisces, that whatever this is that we might be tempted by, maybe this is something that's like we do have eyes on it, but it's just one of those things where we just sort of like, oh well, it is what it is, you know, like it's, you know, we try to work at it for a while, you know, we'll get like maybe this sudden surge of energy with the Ace of Wands here. It's just like, all right, we know that something's got to change, you know, we got to get that, and then we get going for a while, get going, and then we just like, it's just like it leads to this sense of burnout, and we know that I feel like I do feel like that we know that this thing, whatever this is, Pisces, that it's like it's essentially, I feel like it's getting in the way of your happiness in a sense, you know, getting you from really kind of achieving your wishes there. And it could be partway the people that we might be kind of associating with, Pisces. You know, maybe we have this old group that we used to, or that we like going out with, and you know, we want to kind of, you know, we want to kind of work on this thing, but we also don't want to feel left out or feel that we're not being cool or being, you know, like just like in a sense, like maybe lowering the vibe. So it's like we're lowering our vibration in order to keep this base level vibration going in a sense, you know. And I feel like that it's just like that there's a need to put in a little more initiative and make this more of an active routine. It's not like, you know, if you want to quit this thing cold turkey, I mean, have at a Pisces. I mean, that's sort of how I had quit smoking there, but it took a long time. It was one of those things that was on and off. Sometimes I'd quit for a while, other times I'd switch to like vapes, other times I'd stick to like maybe like they had those little Zen pouches. There's like a whole bunch of other ways, but it's just like you're doing a lot of work, or at least in my example, I was doing a lot of work to try to keep this thing going. But now that I've completely removed it, things have gotten easier. You know, Ten of Cups has been been able to shape a lot more. And there's always going to be work to do, Pisces. It's like as soon as you get one thing, there's another, and you know that might be disheartening for some. But I feel like that we can kind of flip that on its head and let that be, because that's the thing, Pisces. I feel that. Well, let me say what this thought. It's just like, you know, kind of get in that routine and kind of flip it on its head in a sense that where yes, there's always something to work on, but it's just like it's getting you towards that sense of happiness, getting you to feel at your highest vibration, to get like, and to be surrounded with people that, and that might be something too, I feel that really is going to be important when you're going through this, kind of working through whatever this devil situation that we're in, is making sure that the people that are around us, you know, around this kind of loving, supportive energy, that let's say even if this is like your friends who your buddies in a sense, it's just like, well, hey, I'm not gonna, you know, I can't quite, maybe I can come out, but I can't, you know, I'm not gonna be doing X, I'm not gonna be doing Y. And it's just like, if they're like, okay, Pisces, no pressure here, because my big thing was, especially when it came to drinking there, Pisces, I was just like, I've never forced anyone to do anything like that because you're taking away from me. So that's just something to think about there, Pisces. But I do feel that maybe for some that might, another thing that popped in my head that might be why we're kind of giving this power to these things is that I feel like when you deal with like your energy and 12th house stuff, it does get into that fanciful realm of Neptune and that expansiveness. You take, because the 12th house energy is like the biggest house of the houses. You know, there's so much imaginations and dreams and fantasy, and it's a really wonderful place. And sometimes when you're thinking about the day-to-day stuff, it's just like, why would I sacrifice being in this mystical realm and being able to escape to this kind of spiritual world when all of this stuff that's going on in this 3D world is not, it's, what is this, you know? And that's something where I just talked with Virgo about this yesterday, where it's like, you know, where Virgo's meant to learn, you know, because we learn a lot from our opposite signs. And where Virgo's meant to learn how to tap into that more intuitive side and not to get so caught up in the day to day and the manifesting and the pleasures and things that this realm does have to offer. Yours is taking that, all that spiritual and wonderful intuitive energy, psychic energy that you're able to access, and how you incorporate this in the day-to-day realm. You know, it's like, there's always a balance. There is such a thing as being, you know, being too caught up in the spiritual and not paying attention to the needs, because you're still, your spirit is in this vessel right now, and so we have to take care of it. And you know, and it's thinking about those types of things there, Pisces. Speaking of, let's hydrate. And let's get a little bit more. Get another oracle on the mix. Oh, look at that, Pisces. You got the third card of Taurus here, which is the Symphony card. With all this resonance. And with this is a card of harmony, synergy, co-create, assembly, organized structure, contribute, team, collaborate, precise, arrangement, order, lead, follow, organization, perform, display, and cohesion. And the energy that's coming through here, Pisces, is the organization. And so I do feel like for some that if we're just kind of getting off this temptation things for a little bit, considering that the Eight of Coins and the Three of Coins are in reverse here, I feel that maybe for some may have kind of gotten out of, while we're talking about Virgo energy, maybe we've kind of gotten out of a routine in a sense. It's not like I feel like everything needs to be all, you know, we all, how we view like organizing and things is very different from everyone. But I feel that if things have been feeling a little more disorganized, even for, let's say you have like a very chaotic type of system, but as long as it's something that works for you, it has a rhyme or reason, like, okay, I'm with that. But if it's gotten to this place where things are in like real mass disarray, and even then, you know, when I'm thinking about like organized chaos, when you got stuff all over the place, and there's this like, it's like everything's all cluttered, and you know, I'm picturing papers, and usually your outside world is a reflection of your inside world and what's going on. And I feel like there's a need to kind of pay attention. There's something that we can kind of get in more order here, you know, whether this could be in like our physical space here, Pisces, but this could even be just kind of paying attention to how your vessel is feeling, you know, and just like how that's looking, you know. Have you been feeling a little tense, you know, or feeling a little tight, or, you know, noticing that you've not been feeling, not getting quite as hydrated, or maybe not, the energies don't feel like they're moving like they could there, Pisces. Maybe you've been feeling like you're it's like we know we need to go and stuff, like, you know, kind of crank on the energy, but it's just like we seem to always be kind of low on reserves there. I feel like there's this need to just kind of get these energies back harmonizing again, and find out if we can like adopt some routines to just kind of get in order, you know, maybe kind of picking up around the space, or, you know, getting out there moving, or I'm even kind of getting for some, it's like that maybe there's been, even like if we're in some sort of like work setting, or some sort of like, maybe you even like own your own business, and maybe there's a team that you have, that there is this, maybe there's this disorganization there as well. You know, we're not quite operating as a team here. You know, this could maybe either be, maybe this could be in work, maybe there, this could be maybe even with like our family space here. Maybe there's this, could be with our friendships. It could even maybe even be in our loves life there, Pisces. But there's something I feel like is needing a little more work, a little more. It's like we're in this energy of working harder and not smarter, more, you know, not as efficient as we could. Not that like that well-oiled machine. But let me get some tarot on this and get some details. Oh, there's one of your rulers. I'm with it. Thank you. Alright, Pisces, a smaller reversal storm here, but that's alright. Because you have the Wheel of Fortune, the Two of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and then the Page of Swords here. And yeah, Pisces, just something I feel like, you know, apply it to your situation here, but just something doesn't feel like it's quite in harmony here. Maybe we're noticing, you know, since like the Two of Cups here, maybe this is like our love life here, or maybe even it's just like our mind might be just a little all over the place. You know, just like the thoughts just seem to be just kind of just churning here as of late. Maybe you've been kind of thinking about a lot of things. Maybe we're trying to consider, it's like we're trying to get to this 10 of cups, maybe even like for some kind of get our wish fulfillment there, but we can't seem to get the energies to line up in a sense. You know, there's just like, it's just very chaotic energy is what I'm feeling, and it's getting us to this place where we're not able to just like access the abundance like we could. You know, it's like, it's interesting. I really like that this Wheel of Fortune is like there's this spider web that's going on here, because spiders, they pretty much, they just build their webs and abundance comes to them. But I you know, there's sometimes I'll be out on this on the porch kind of I'll be doing some journaling, and I'll kind of, there's sometimes I'll watch these spiders that'll be on the screen, and they're not building webs. They're just like, they're kind of crawling around and trying to hunt these insects. And most of the time I see them just kind of get away, though, like have them for a moment and then the insects just kind of get away. And I'm just like, that's what it kind of feels like. It's like we're, again, just like we're working harder and not smarter. There's this, or we're trying to like force things to kind of come into place here where it's, but there's not this kind of clear image maybe even of what's going on here. It's just like it's wrapped again and just like all this, it is, it feels very disorganized and just very chaotic. And I feel like for some too, there's this energy of just while we're on this energy of like harmony in a sense. You know, I feel that there's this thing that maybe things don't seem to be kind of lining up there for some. It's like if we've been trying to get this sense of wish fulfillment, maybe we're trying to find like love, or maybe we're trying to find like that, like get that perfect dream. It's just because, you know, maybe there's these energies that we're attracting, or they're not resonating with us. It's like, again, it's like we're trying to force something into happening here. Hmm. But I feel like this is going to be a time, Pisces, if any of this thing is resonating with you. It might be what's partways keeping this thing up, getting this organized, or keeping things from getting organized, might be this thing that is tempting you, Pisces. So it could all just kind of be tied together here. So pay attention, you know, to see where, just where this, like, it's like I'm getting like justice energy in a sense. You know, like when you do something, when there's like that cause and effect energy. You know, when something happens, see what the results are and why did we get the results that happen, whether they're good or bad, Pisces, you know, as far as like what you want on this journey. But all right, let's get your last oracle card. Last little bit here, Pisces. Ooh, a little more Aquarius energy. Why not? So you got the ninth card of Aquarius, which is the water carrier. And with this card, this is a card of humanitarian, generosity, nobility, balance, calm life, communication, compassion, unselfish, alleviating suffering, benefactor, care for others, humane, helpful, and ethical. And the energy that's coming through here, Pisces, is the balance. And considering what this card is about, because you know, Aquarius is about humanitarianism, and yours and Aquarius are very similar energies when it comes to people and like the soul tribe and things. I feel like where Aquarius builds the groups and friends and brings them all together, and then Pisces takes that energy and makes it deeper. You know what I mean? Pisces has this you know, you all have this love and this compassion. I feel like that's this just is very just very deep, and I feel like that's where that Neptune influence comes on, that universal love that comes into the mix. But maybe for some there's this energy of just over giving, possibly, you know, maybe we're a little too generous with our energies, and there's a need to again just balance that out. You know, we can't pour any more water out of these jugs if we don't take time to fill up our cups, in a sense, you know. And so that's something to even think about there. But and that's even what I was kind of getting with this temptation card. It's like I was thinking about, like, I was getting like temperance energy, just like a need for just moderation, a need for balance, you know, especially when we've noticed, you know, that we're, because I mean, like just like with like drinking, for example, you know, it's not like I'm saying you can't go out and enjoy yourself, enjoy yourself a good old time, Pisces, but it's just like if we've been going overboard, you know, like can we taper that back a little bit? You know, it's just like it's one thing I feel like to like again, and you're in a judgment free zone here, Pisces. And I feel like it's one thing, you know, to like maybe have like a glass of wine or something like that, just something to kind of take the kind of wind down after a tough day. But you know, when we're like, you know, maybe knocking back a couple bottles there, maybe just however that might be looking there, Pisces. Again, you know, we've been there. And that's fine, but we do grow from it, though. We just don't, I feel like it's not one of those things that's like we don't have to settle on, well, this is just who I am and that's it. You know, no, Pisces, we're about change. You know, there is this, it's all about growth, you know, and being Jupiter ruled, Jupiter is all about that growth, you know, and expansion. You know, we just don't stay stagnant. You know, we do seek to elevate, and whatever that looks like for you. So let's get some tea. And let's get your last tarot cards here. You know, Pisces, I keep feeling, I think this is going to be the title for your video, that it's just like I keep hearing this thing, like it's just like it's time to get organized, Pisces, time to kind of, And it's just like maybe that's something you've been kind of hearing for a while. Maybe that's why this page of source here is giving me this thought of just like that. Something just keeps kind of bringing in your head. It's like, You know, with the Two of Cups too, you know, that's an energy for me of like, you know, connecting with your higher self, you know, and doing that just kind of internal kind of spiritual work. And yeah, let me get the rest of your cards, Pisces. Oh, there you are, Pisces. Love it. You got quite a bit here, Pisces. Let's see. Oh, you got quite a bit here, Pisces. Let's see what's going on here. Look at all this energy. All right, Pisces. So you have the Chariot, the King of Cups, another one of your cards for me, the Six of Wands, and the Emperor in reverse. And then we have the Moon, the Seven of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Queen of Cups up right here, Pisces. And let's switch back over. And I love that divine counterparts here. Look at this. It's fantastic. Where do we start? Start with the Chariot, because I feel like if we don't have a sense of balance there, Pisces, things start to slow down in a sense. And this journey starts to get a little, feel a lot longer. And I feel that there's, I'm even getting with the Six of Wands here that maybe for some it's like we try to make this shift, but there's this, with the Seven of Wands being here, there's this energy of that I almost feel like that we're not, it's like we're not being celebrated for trying to initiate this growth in a sense, to kind of do that self-care for you. And then that leads to this energy of where we stop taking action in a sense, and then we stay stuck in that illusion there, Pisces, and then everything's just all out of balance and we're not sure what to do, you know, and then we just kind of stay with Wheel of Fortune in reverse, just kind of stuck in this energy. And that's what I was saying, you know, earlier with the Ten of Cups. This might be part way too. Ten of Cups and the Three of Coins. It's just like part way, you know, the Seven of Wands can be, it's a card of protecting your energy. And, you know, I feel where it doesn't mean that you're not having fun or anything like that, Pisces. Like you can't enjoy life. But it's just paying attention to how it just like it lowers your vibration, because and that might even be the question too with this Page of Wands. It's just like, is this really the kind of fun that we want to have? Is this where you see yourself? You know, I had an instance not too long ago where I made a decision about like going on a little trip, and I knew what I was getting into. It was a little bit of shenanigans, but when I was in the moment, the very first day was fantastic. It was everything I wanted it to be. And then the rest of the time, I was just like, I got a very clear picture of what life would look like for the long term had I really, like, you know, like when you, until you really think about what that means. And that's where I feel like for some, even with this Chariot, it's just like taking a moment to kind of pause for a second and kind of see where, at the pace that you're going, where is this what Ten of Cups looks like to you? And if so, dope. You know, like that's, you know, I'm gonna kick it with you, Pisces, all the way, all day, every day. But if it's not, you know, and if it does get where it's not in this place of, you know, where we get kind of lost in the ocean a little bit, because you know this King of Cups, I like that because he's usually the King of Cups is throned on an ocean. This King of Cups, he lives in the ocean, so he's. And I feel there is a need to, you know, when you submerge yourself in water, I feel like there's a need to just kind of just connect with yourself. You do got a lot of water that's coming through here, you know, with Cancer and Pisces. Cancer's the Chariot, and you know your energy, the Moon here. It's, I feel like a big part of it, or maybe for some, I won't say a big part of it, but I feel like a part for some of us that's just like kind of maybe keeping you in temptation, or you know, keeping you maybe from getting out of balance, is that even though you have divine counterparts here, the King and Queen of Cups are a very interesting couple, because they represent that, they're the just that emotional security in a sense. But when one of them is out of balance, the Queen of Cups, she has this energy of, she's impressionable by the energies of those around her. And if her king is not in balance, you know, she can spend so much energy trying to fix that up, and after a while that's going to throw her out of whack too. But then it's going to get him up. But you know, but then it's like, but when are we ever on the same page, you know? And that might be something too, considering that we got Two of Cups here, and you know, maybe there was this idea, maybe even of what we thought family would look like, but things are not quite panning out like we thought we should. Lot to think about here, Pisces, but alright, I think I'm going to leave that there, Pisces. So, if any of that resonated with you, give it a thumbs up. And share this, Pisces, because this was it's kind of a tough reading there. You know, just kind of you pay attention to if you notice someone who's maybe struggling with temptations, or maybe things have gotten a little disorderly, or just really not in this state of balance in a sense. You know, share this, Pisces. And then if you haven't already, subscribe there, you moon, you. Subscribe, hit that bell button to get notified when I release videos each week. And then lastly, Pisces, let you get out a sticker to come over to my other channel. And if you have any Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, come on over to the Chariot and Friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. Absolutely discuss lunar shenanigans, even when they're you, especially when they're you. I always give you flack over there. And you got the Queen of Cups too. I always love that. That's one of Cancer's cards for me too. And all their housekeeping, Pisces, is down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here, so I can get you out of here, Pisces. And you got the King of Coins in reverse here. And that's the question I feel like we need to ask, especially, you know, just something to think about over the next week or so. Just like, are we stable with where we're at right now? Is this the path that we're going to go down? Is this going to build us, get us our abundance? Because the King of Coins, he's so abundant. But sometimes when you're out of whack there, it's hard to really make the most. It's not like your abundance goes anywhere. It's not, you're not never going to get your wheel of fortune. But it just makes it harder to achieve that when things are out of whack there, Pisces. When the fish are not in that harmonious dance. When they're all over the place, it's just as tumultuous. So just something to think about there, Pisces. But let's get your oracle card so I can get you out of here. Oh, and look at this more cards of balance here, Pisces, because you got the 38th card here, which is to be fair card. And look at this, because I feel like for some, because whenever this card comes up, it's like, I almost feel like if this is like a relationship type thing, it's like, we might be like, yeah, they're this, and that. But to be fair, they do X, Y, and Z. But it's just like, is that really balancing out what is happening here? Or just like, to be fair, sure, this thing is fun. But it's like asking those questions. Like, okay, sure, it's this, but also what else is it? There's a sense of duality that is coming through here with this to be fair energy. Then I feel like we need to really kind of consider things. It's just like, sure, it's like, to be fair, yeah, this is like organized chaos, but it's just like, but why is it chaotic? You know what I mean? Like, there's these deeper questions that I feel like can be asked there. Like, because I'm even thinking about with the scales, we're in Libra season right now. I was just thinking about this sort of like debate type of energy, because Libra is great for debating, just considering all sides of things. And so that's where I feel like this energy is trying to get you at there, Pisces, just so that we've gotten all the wisdom and all the stuff we have going for it. You see this owl chilling on her head, just make sure we've gotten all the wisdom and consider all the factors, and considering, and I like this butterfly mask on her face there, that dealing with that metamorphosis. Is this really is this how things are changing, if that really balancing things out? So just something to think about, Pisces. But I think I'm gonna leave that there. So you stay safe out there. These temptations, watch out for them fishermen, these hooks. And you raise your vibration to the roof there, Pisces. Queen of Cups too. She's all about self-care. And make sure you're taking care of yourself there, Pisces. And just watching your energies, okay? And I will catch you on the next one. Later.